Uzumaki, a story talked about and so well regarded among the horror manga community that some people call it Junji Ito's magnum opus. But how does the anime adaptation stack up against the manga? That's what we're going to find out. You won't want to miss it. One thing you'll probably notice right away getting into this piece is the super unique art style. Some other anime adaptations of Ito's works have took a more traditional anime look, and the wide consensus is that those definitely missed the mark. But now, with this new art style, I think it lends super well to the Junji Ito universe. From the black and white art, to the manga panel designs, it's as if everything comes right to life right from the manga. One of the things I couldn't help but notice is how faithful they were to adapting some of these manga panels. Take a look at some of these comparisons. Look at this scene where we get the rolling of his eyes, followed up by that scene of his eyes spinning at a tremendous speed where he's against a dark background. I think they did great with scenes like this. Here's the scene of it from the manga in which it was based. Don't even get me started on how they beautifully depicted Kurozucho, that small, isolated town that's between the mountains and the sea. Look at it in the manga, and look at how great they adapted it in the anime. Now I'm a fan of both, but I still think they did a great job. But yeah, in my opinion, they definitely made those iconic scenes look absolutely remarkable. The only one gripe I had with the art style, and of course this is just my opinion, but in some of the scenes I noticed that the use of CGI was a little too apparent for my liking, and it didn't always mesh perfectly together. I'm going to show some of these scenes on the screen so you can see. Now another thing I'd like to talk about is the overall pacing of this episode. Definitely think they did a good job of putting a ton of fan favorite scenes into the first episode and even making it mesh together fairly well to an extent. However, I'm not sure if I'm the only person that felt that maybe it seemed to jump around a lot. I don't know, I just felt that a whole lot of it was less cohesive when being compared to reading the manga. But this is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to hear. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm the only one. But yeah, I couldn't help but feel that if you're an anime only watcher and hadn't read the original manga, that you would feel that it sort of jumped from one scene to another without much explanation, and without the nuance and slower build-up that was in the manga adaptation. Now, of course, I need to keep in mind, and everyone does, that they only have 4 episodes to adapt this, so with a 4 episode limit, of course, they're going to need to cut some of that content and make it paced a bit faster. But I definitely would have loved to see this in a standard 13 episode or maybe even a 26 episode format. I think then they could have been even more faithful with the pacing and had an even more cohesive story. The final thing I'd like to get into is the sound design, and yeah, I actually really like the sound design. I know it was a little minimal, but sometimes in these cases less is more. I found that the minimalistic sound design really helped to make some of the more horrific and grotesque moments hit home and sink in. Oftentimes after a lot of these horrific scenes, it would go silent and all you'd hear was the sound effects. And they didn't have any accompanying music with this. So in my first viewing experience, I found that this really let the viewer fully digest some of the more gruesome and bizarre events that they have experienced. And for me at least, this made some of the emotions hit a lot harder. Anyways, that's it for episode 1. Let me know what you all thought in the description below, and I hope you like this change of format. A lot of you asked me to review this series when it came out, and I hope I delivered. If you like this format, I'll consider doing more reviews for all the other episodes, and if not, maybe I'll do just one big review when it's all done. I can't wait to hear from you all in the comments, and don't worry, there's still going to be many more manga dubs and narrations. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah De Jesus, Motosurf, Leo, Dason Animus, Minue, Rich Harris, Andre Wolf, Tanya M, Kago, and Voodoo. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.